Hey everyone, Rarity Dash here. Time for another Patreon-sponsored blind reaction. And this one comes to you courtesy of Russell Ray Young, who has requested that I react to the Unusual Suspects review of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. So yeah, we're back to these Harry Potter reviews, which is cool. If you aren't aware, I reacted to two of these already. The first two, The Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets, and they were pretty good. I mean, it's a solid review. Lots of nice perspective on the film, and yeah, just an entertaining recap. And now we're on to the third one, Prisoner of Azkaban, which, as the films go, isn't really one of my favorites. I kind of feel like a lot of the stuff in it wasn't as cool or impressive as maybe I imagined it when I read the book. And then there's a lot of other stuff that was in the book that I really liked that was left out. So just because of that, it kind of, I remember kind of being let down by the film a little bit when I watched it as a kid. I don't know. I don't know if that was like the fault of the new director, which we did have like a new director step in to replace Chris Columbus for this one, which I think it was like the guy who later did Gravity, or if it's just some other thing that happened. But yeah, there was a lot with this one where it didn't really quite live up to my expectations. Because I really like the book. I really do like The Prisoner of Azkaban. I think it's a cool one. But the movie, but yeah, interested to see what the Unusual Suspect has to say, so let's just go ahead and get this started. Here we go.
How's it going, Internet? Unusual Suspect here, back for the third in the Harry Potter series, Prisoner of Azkaban. Now let's watch.
There we go.
So we start off with Uncle Vernon's sister Marge talking trash about Harry's parents.
If there's something wrong with the bitch, then there's something wrong with the pup. Shut up! Shut up!
Good. Use your aggressive feelings, boy.
Yes.
Let the hate flow through you.
Harry Potter is a Sith Lord.
And flies away, and Harry's got to hightail it out of there.
Yeah.
He quickly gets picked up from the night bus, and its driver, and...
Yeah, this scene was weird.
What the fuck is that thing? A decapitated, wisecracking Rastafarian air freshener? I want you to take that in. A decapitated, wisecracking Rastafarian air freshener. And to make it even more odd, he's voiced by the guy who does the Travelodge adverts.
Is he?
So Harry is brought into the leaky cauldron by Igor.
I mean, it's probably a British thing. I
don't
think I've seen that, but...
Earlier this evening, your uncle's sister was located a little south of Sheffield. The accidental magic reversal department was dispatched immediately. She has been properly punctured.
Properly punctured?
Yeah, that seems a bit...
Stick a needle in her?
Oh.
Yeah, get the vacuum cleaner, would you?
Wow.
So after a little reunion with Ron and Hermione, they once again set off for Hogwarts, but halfway there the train is stopped by Dementors, who tried to take Harry's soul and forces him to relive the night his parents died. But he's saved by Lupin, who has just the remedy for such an occasion.
Here, eat this. It'll help. It's all right, it's chocolate.
Chocolate?
Yeah.
The guy's just been reminded of his parents' death, and I think confectionery will make him feel better.
Well, chocolate's pretty magical.
What could possibly console me over the death of my parents?
I mean...
How about a packet of hula hoops?
Wow.
I got ready salted. I got salt and vinegar. Stop! Just stop! Cheese and onion? No! Unless you've got barbecue, it's not going to help. So we arrive at Hogwarts and are welcomed by a choir performing complete with its own mini choir of singing frogs.
Yeah.
I couldn't make this shit up if
I tried.
There's
some weird scenes in this movie.
Dawn French? What is she
Even
doing
by
in
Harry
a Harry
Potter
Potter
standards.
movie? Wait. Dawn French is married to Lenny Henry. Ah, he was the one who voiced the Rastafarian air freshener. Ah. Can you imagine how the director pitched the roles to the two? Dear, I've got a letter from Alfonso Cuarón, who's directing the new Potter movie. He wants one of us to play a fat lady who's stuck in a picture frame, and the other to play a decapitated Rastafarian air freshener. Give me one of his lines. Oh, why the long face? Oh, I get it. Oh, long face. It's funny because his face is long.
Uh-huh.
That's a monkey.
Oh, and then there was this. This was...
Try an elephant.
I mean, I guess it's fun.
Hey, I gotta try one of those.
I like to wear women's clothing.
Okay.
I like to...
What the hell?
Next up, Hagrid's creature classes. Harry gets to ride Buckbeak the Hippogriff.
Now, you have to let him make the first move. It's only polite.
Did you see that? Play it again.
You have to let him make the first move.
I never noticed that.
What were they thinking? Hey, you know what this movie needed? Computer-generated shit. Oh, sorry.
That's a detail that yeah. Doesn't seem entirely necessary, but whatever.
He's been sighted. Who? Sirius Black.
Dufftown? It's not far from here.
Dufftown? Does this guy live there?
Are you ready to get
Oh, excuse me.
That's right. Black
Dufftown.
It's like trying to catch smoke. Like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands.
Okay, what's with the way this kid has been written? I mean, he's the bad omen kid. I mean, can you imagine that line he just said right now being said in real life? It's like trying to catch smoke. Like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to commit someone. So next, Lupin teaches his new class a chant that will repel boggers, which take the shape of whatever a person fears the most.
Luckily, a very simple charm exists to repel a boggart. Ridiculous. Very good.
Sheesh, I wonder if they're gonna make a joke about how it sounds like ridiculous.
This class is ridiculous.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck you, movie. But in our next Defense Against the Dark Arts class, Snape takes over.
Turn to page 394.
That was quite possibly the greatest line ever uttered in the history of cinema.
Snape is great.
Next up, Harry manages to sneak to Hogsmeade with a little help from Fred and George and their Marauders map. Whilst in Hogsmeade, Harry finds out that Sirius Black betrayed his parents to Lord Voldemort.
Harry, what happened?
He was their friend.
Say what?
He was their friend.
I'm sorry, say that again?
He was their friend.
I can't hear you.
He was their friend!
Wow.
Next, Harry learns the Patronus charm from Lupin, so he can protect himself from future Dementor attacks. And after a bit of bad news concerning how Buckbeak's been sentenced to death because of his little scuffle with Malfoy, Harry sees Peter Pettigrew, a friend of his father's who he believed to be dead, on the Marauders map. So Harry goes and investigates. Snape catches him, however, and attempts to figure out the map's secrets.
Read it.
Messrs. Mooney, Wormtail, Padfoot, and Prongs request that he keep his abnormally large nose out of other people's business.
Why, you insolent little...
Oh, come on, Snape would be really offended if his past came to bite him in the ass or something. I mean, imagine if it was one of those birthday cards with one of those messages inside.
Now I have a machine gun. Oh.
I'm gonna cut your heart out with a spoon!
Little is dull, you twit.
394.
Whoa.
You insolent little
Professor.
In our next scene, Harry, Ron and Hermione head down to Hagrid's hut to support him during Buckbeak's execution, but it turns out they're too late. Ron's pet Scabbers escapes, but our group runs into a killer black dog as it pulls Ron below the Whomping Willow. Harry and Hermione follow and quickly find out that the dog is Sirius Black, and Lupin is siding with him.
Enough talk, Remus. Come on, let's kill him. Wait! I did my waiting!
12 years of it!
Hang on. I'm assuming this dog form is how Sirius Black escaped from Azkaban. But why did it take him 12 years to do it? It took him 12 years to figure out he could fit through the bars of his own cell.
I think there's a bit more to that.
Snape joins the party and is about to take
I forget the
Sirius
explanation,
away.
if we got one. But,
What? We just saw that Expelliarmus simply disarms the wizard. Since when does it knock you back out of my...
That's a good point.
Anyway, it turns out Pettigrew was the man who betrayed Harry's parents, as he's been posing as Ron's pet scabbers all these years. They're about to give Pettigrew to the Dementors.
Which is weird.
But this happens.
Harry!
And werewolf. The moon!
It had to happen on the very night Lupin transforms into a werewolf, on the very time Lupin forgets to take his potion. So because of this, Lupin the werewolf and Sirius the dog duke it out. The werewolf gets distracted as Sirius and Harry come across a shitload of Dementors. They are saved from who Harry believes to be his father, as he wakes up in the hospital wing. Dumbledore comes along and tells Hermione she should use a time turner to go back in time and save Sirius as well as Buckbeak.
This is a time turner, Harry. McGonagall gave it to me first term. This is how I've been getting to my lessons all year.
You mean we've gone back in time?
Another thing that gets me is how on earth did Hermione get this time turner?
It seems pretty unreasonable.
When meddled with, dangerous. The consequences are too ghastly.
Yeah, use it to...
What's happened to wizards who meddle with time, Harry?
And what is she using it for? Get into her school classes. It's not as if they could have used it to prevent the death of James and Lily Potter or to prevent all the muggles getting petrified in the previous film. No, you gotta save it for important things, like getting one schoolgirl to her classes on time. Idiots!
So she can take more classes, I believe.
Harry and Hermione set off to save Sirius.
What are you doing?
Saving your life.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Of course, Hermione can speak werewolf. It sets the werewolf onto Harry and Hermione, but Buckbeak comes in to save the day. Buckbeak wins. Beakality. Next, they come across the Dementor attacking Harry and Sirius, as Harry comes to realise that the figure he saw wasn't his father, but himself.
It wasn't my dad I saw earlier.
Yeah.
It was me. I saw myself conjuring the darkness before.
Doy! Next time you watch a Potter flick, just count how many times they state the freaking obvious.
Yeah. That happens a lot.
Whoa. Whatever happened to a simple Alohomora? Don't worry, Sirius. We'll get you out of there. It's time for Alohomora. Fuck that. Let's blow shit up.
Well,
So now that Sirius is free, he says his goodbyes.
But know this. The ones that love us never really leave us. And you can always find them.
Let me guess. In here. I effing thought so. I agree that loved ones always stay with you, but why do they have to make it so unbelievably cheesy?
Yeah.
As to end our movie, Harry gets a little present from Sirius, a brand new fireball broomstick.
Wow. End of the series.
There's Prisoner of Azkaban, and here's my thoughts. Now, at first, I really didn't like this movie. It has a much more realistic tone that makes it feel more like what a real high school is like. And I thought it had lost the appeal the previous two films had. After giving it a rewatch, though, I found myself not minding this at all.
Maybe I need to rewatch it
tries
too.
To throw a lot more jokes at us to counter the dark tone. And while some really work, other times it feels forced and unnecessary. The characters are great in this one, with Snape being the standout for me. And much like the previous films, the movie seems much shorter than it really is, so it never gets boring. What's a lot different, Prisoner of Azkaban is a fun movie to watch, and a great addition to the Potter franchise.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I do need to rewatch it. I mean, I should probably rewatch the whole series one day. But, yeah. Pretty good review. I mean, the review is really short and at the end, but yeah, the recap, it was fun. It was which that is something I have to point out always, just when a video is titled review and then very little of it is actually review. But yeah, this was good. This was good, as they all have been so far. He does a good job of actually summarizing the film in a relatively short amount of time. I mean, 13 minutes for what is a rather long movie. Again, sorry. Yeah, it's like I think it's I mean, most of these are over 2 hours. Most of these Harry Potter films. I don't know if this one is. I think this is probably one of the shorter ones, but it might still be over 2 hours. And he does a good job of capturing the whole story in 13 minutes, which is pretty good. And I mean, some good jokes along the way, and yeah, it was it was kind of fun. I enjoyed it. Anyway, hope you liked the reaction. Let me know if you did, and see you in the next one.